Okay, what's up?
What's up? Welcome back to Inside the Cube with Jak and Lev.
Or the Jak and Lev Podcast, whichever you...
I still really like the name Inside the Cube with Jak and Lev, but like I'm too lazy to make like a logo. That like what would the Inside the Cube...
It'd just be the GameCube logo, but we'd color it like the 64 logo.
It'd just be a different color.
Yeah. It'd be purple and green.
You know... Do you know how like genius the GameCube logo is?
It's
like,
just a square.
But as a kid, did you notice it's like a square, but the G is also a square or a cube? You know what I mean?
I guess.
You know what I mean?
I never thought much about it.
No, we gotta look at it right now. Okay?
Alright. This is the beginning of the show. How are y'all doing?
How you doing?
Like,
it's like, that's a cube, but the actual G is like shaded like a cube.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the coolest logo ever. I never noticed like the G being shaded like a cube. It's so cool.
Oh, I noticed that.
I never noticed that growing up, and it blew my mind when I noticed it. Anyways, welcome to Inside the Cube with Jak and Lev. How you been, Lev?
I've been good.
All right.
Just up to college and junk.
Yeah. So this is the third episode. Few of you seem to really like this, so we're gonna keep doing it because I don't know, it's fun to do. We can just kind of talk, cut loose.
We don't have to worry about Scooby-Doo or employees of the month.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of nice just to talk without having to focus on like talking about what's in front of you, or you know, we can just kind of let our minds go free without
and just talk like we're buds or something.
Yeah,
just talk like
or
we're
something
like we're friends in real life
or something. But yeah, I guess we got a few topics, but like honestly not much has happened since the last time we recorded one of these.
Yeah, the Hey Arnold movie is on tonight.
Yeah, at the time of recording this, it's on tonight, but so you have a DVR. Did you set it to record?
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it tomorrow before I head back to college.
Okay, you should really tell me, because I probably won't be able to see it for a while unless I watch it legally. But like I'm super excited because it's Nickelodeon and like Viacom are one of those companies where you never would have thought they would have done this.
Yeah,
because it's like the Jungle Hey Arnold movie is like, that movie is a movie only really hardcore Hey Arnold fans would know existed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, just casual fan would know that this was like a lost movie. So it's just so weird that they're actually doing this, and it's like obviously a move to like appease the fans and stuff, or like, you know, please the fans,
and just Nicktoons nostalgia too, which is a big thing, surprisingly. I honestly, I don't know if you agree with this, but I feel like there's more people that are nostalgic about old Nicktoons shows than old Cartoon Network shows. There is, for some reason. Either that or the fans are just more vocal.
Yeah, like, I don't know. Nicktoons fans are way more vocal and way more... Whereas, like, Cartoon Network fans, it's like, you know, like, people say, like, yeah, Ed and Nettie and Johnny Bravo were good shows, but, like, they're not, like, as vocal.
Yeah.
And I don't know why that is, because, like, me personally, I preferred, like... If we're doing like a Coke versus Pepsi thing, like Nicktoons versus Cartoon Network, I was like obviously a Cartoon Network person. What would you consider yourself?
I liked some of each, but
like if you had to put yourself in one camp.
But I definitely watched more Cartoon Network.
Yeah, so did I.
As a kid,
it was just kind of like Nicktoons. They were kind of too like wacky for me growing up, if that makes sense, because like. One that comes to mind is like All Real Monsters and like Rugrats. They had like this very like crazy art style, and like it was like
Doug.
weird. Yeah, and like Doug, and their cartoons were different, to say the least.
Yeah, they had some weird guidelines they went by or something. That they obviously don't anymore, but it was just kind of like, I don't know. They're like, how can we make every single show unsettling in some way?
No, exactly. But I think part of that might be because you know how Cartoon Network had Hanna-Barbera, right?
Yeah.
Nickelodeon kind of had their own Hanna-Barbera. It was Class B, whatever.
Oh yeah, that weird guy.
Yeah, the weird guy. Yeah, the weird guy who was like Class B Co or whatever, and he's like, wah, wah.
Yeah, I know.
And they're the people who did Rugrats, and they did like a couple Nicktoon shows, but like, you know, they did a majority of them, from what I remember. 'Cause
Okay.
I don't know, their logo seemed to play like after like every like Nicktoon show.
Yeah, I remember it all the time.
So like I always like remember them as like the Hanna-Barbera of Nicktoons.
A show that a lot of people liked, and I went back. I never watched it much as a kid. I went back, and I don't know if I just got dud episodes, but I didn't really enjoy it. Was Cat Dog.
Cat Dog.
Yeah,
Cat
like it's so
Dog.
memorable. It's such a memorable show. I went
No,
back
it
and I
is.
was like, I don't really know if I enjoy this.
No, it was either on Netflix or Hulu, and I went back and watched episodes, and like there are some episodes where it's good, but like Cat Dog is okay. I have this like genre of shows. Boy. I did the boy thing.
We were doing the boy thing with our hands.
I have this like genre of like cartoons where I call it like the uncomfortable shows, where they make me feel uncomfortable. And that's like Cow and Chicken, Cat Dog. And it's kind of like because the characters get put in these weird situations, and like they just make you feel uncomfortable. And like, I remember there was this one episode of Cat Dog where they get locked inside of the public pool, and like they're forced to do like slave work, and I'm just like, oh, like, and it just makes you feel like, oh, I'd hate to be Cat Dog right now, stuck in the pool.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, Cat Dog just makes me feel uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's kind of just a weird show.
But for some reason, like, you remember it fondly, right?
Yeah, I remembered it fondly, but yeah, like I said, I watched it and it wasn't doing anything for me. But going back and watching like the Hey Arnold episodes.
Hey Arnold's such a good show. I started watching that recently.
I never liked it when I was a kid. Watching it now, I enjoy it for the most part. It has its episodes where I'm like, whatever. But for the most part, I enjoy it watching older episodes, like nostalgia aside.
I feel like it's one of those shows that gets better as you get older, because it's about like city life, and as like us growing up in a smaller town, we wouldn't have understood those like bigger city living references, but like now I understand them. I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It's like very like down to earth, and like what it's like to be a kid growing up in a big city.
Ever since we did Jak and Lev in the Big City.
Yeah. Do you remember Sheep in the Big City?
Yeah.
How crazy was that show? How many seasons did that run?
I have no idea. I just remember the name.
I want to look it up. Sheep in the... Because it aired around like that weird era of Cartoon Network where the new shows were Codename Kids Next Door, which obviously did really well. And that was like the only one during that era that did really well. Then there was Sheep in the Big City, Whatever Happened to Robot Jones. And like, you know what I mean? There was a couple...
Microsoft Sam.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? That like he was voiced by Microsoft Sam, and then like
I watched that when it was new.
like the Microsoft Sam episodes.
Yeah.
And then they were just like, no, this is fucking stupid. We're redubbing the whole thing.
I remember that show.
Uh-huh.
Like, I don't know.
Okay, looking at Sheep in the Big City, I don't think I've seen a single episode of this show. What was it about?
It was just Sheep in the Big City. It didn't air very often, I think. Was
like
its
I know
downfall.
this like lieutenant looking guy was a character in it, but
I didn't watch much of it, so I don't know either. I just remember the show.
Was
okay, do you remember they would pick shows by they would show 3 pilots. And whichever pilot got the most traction, they would make into a show. Do you remember that?
Yeah, Grim and Evil was like that.
And there was like this weird, like half animated, half live action show. Do you remember that one? It was basically like Code Lyoko or something, except it wasn't. Do you remember it?
No, I don't.
It probably only aired once, so if you missed it that time, you probably missed it for good.
Like, what was the premise of it?
Like, they go into the computer and then they have to get gems or something.
Are you sure it just wasn't Code Lyoko?
No, it wasn't, because it was actually live action, and this was before the... This was way before... This was probably before the original Code Lyoko. But it was definitely before the Code Lyoko reboot, and I know for sure that never aired in America anyways.
Huh.
It was half live action and half like, I think it was just CG or something.
Yeah, Code Lyoko.
It's basically Code Lyoko, but it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know. And does Cartoon Network still do that?
No.
Where they have like 3 pilots and they let the fans pick what?
As far as I know, they don't.
Because think how stressful that must be for the creators. Because they're probably fresh out of CalArts.
Yeah.
Pitching their first like big show to Cartoon Network. And they're like, oh shit, my future's in the hands of all these kids.
Yeah.
Like I've always thought like how weird of a concept and how stressful that must be. Because it's basically like you're putting your life on the line. You're putting your life your life on the in the hands of these kids.
I suppose you can have a. I suppose just having that on a resume is enough to get you a good job in general. Just
because I guess Cartoon Network probably like they probably just have this big pool of like pilots submitted for approval.
Yeah.
To get, and they probably just pick 3, and then probably that like Cartoon Network picked mine out of this big pool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know.
There's some wacky shows. Do you remember Pick Boy on Nickelodeon?
Pick Boy?
Pick Boy. He was like a superhero.
Pick Boy? I'm gonna look this up. Pick like just like Guitar Pick Boy?
Pick as in he would like pick his favorite shows or pick his favorite episodes or something.
Pick Boy? What? This guy?
Yeah, or maybe search like images.
Pick Boy.
He was a...
Oh, yeah! Holy shit, Lev! You just brought me back! What the fuck?
That used to be on TV.
How did I forget about this guy?
I don't know. Was he on the Big Shabuzi, I wonder?
Holy shit. Yeah, what did he do? He just, like, picked episodes, didn't he?
Yeah, he just, like, picked your favorite episodes or something. I think you voted. Because I remember something. It was like the Cartoon Network thing. I think what people did is they would vote on their favorite episodes, and then he would pick based on that.
God, you know what this guy is?
What?
This guy is like, you're a hipster in 2017, and this is your Halloween costume, and nobody else gets it.
Yeah.
Like,
should we both go as Pick Boy next year?
Let's do it. How did you remember this? I completely forgot about Pick Boy.
I fondly remember Pick Boy.
Well, now I do, but like I completely forgot about him.
I don't know. I guess that's just... I think that was around the SpongeBob time, so that's probably when I was watching Nickelodeon a lot.
Uh-huh. God, Lev, you just... I'm fucking amazed. Wow.
Well, what's your opinions on the Nickelodeon movies they're making? Because they're making the Hey Arnold one today. That's on today. They're making Zim, Invader Zim one later, and then they're also making a Rocco movie.
I think it's really cool, but like I said before, it's just super weird that they even are doing it. Because it's like Nickelodeon or via boy. Why do I keep doing that?
Jak keeps doing the boy hands.
Boy. Viacom's a very greedy company, and they're not going to do stuff unless it makes financial, sense. So I don't know, and I feel like nostalgia doesn't make companies that much money.
My the company I get internet through now is they're dropping Viacom. Are they? Yeah. Yeah, Viacom wants too much money or something.
Yeah, Viacom's really greedy.
So my company's straight up getting rid of Nickelodeon, Comedy Central. I don't get cable through them. I don't have cable. I just have Wi-Fi, so it's not really impacting me.
Yeah, that happened with another company too. I think Dish Network. That happened with.
Yeah, that's weird because like.
And I mean, well, it's a good thing because like this is gonna catch up to them. They're gonna see that cable companies aren't gonna put up with their bullshit, and they're probably...
It's. I think they said it's like 20 channels overall.
It's
like VH1. I don't know about MTV or something.
But that right there shows you how just money hungry of a company Viacom is. And the fact that they're doing they greenlit like 3 like nostalgia driven movies like this. That probably aren't going to make them that much money. They're probably not going to like drive in that many viewers besides the hardcore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I can't see like a 12-year-old like going and being excited about this.
Well, they're playing it on all the channels today. Because I have, my dad does. My dad has 4 different Nickelodeon channels on his cable. And I went through all of them to see, because I barely saw any advertising for it. I assume they're only advertising it on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, it's weird. Because I was expecting to see like online advertisements and stuff, but they must just be advertising it on TV.
Yeah, they had a countdown like they do nowadays. They had a countdown on their retro channel, and they're like, we're airing it in 18 hours. And then I was like, why are they playing it only on the retro channel? That's weird. So then I went through the other channels, and they're just playing them. I think the main Nickelodeon is playing it the earliest, but then they're playing it periodically throughout the day on all the other channels too. Also, Teen Titans Go was counting down its 200th episode today.
How have they not hit 200 episodes yet?
Well, they count it different. So like shows used to go like 1A, 1B, 2A, 2B.
Yeah, and that's how
Teen Titans Go just goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because it's only 15-minute episodes.
Oh.
So that they're hitting 200 now. They're hitting 100 in terms of like SpongeBob episodes.
Like in terms of like half-hour episodes?
Yeah, in terms of half-hour long episodes, it's
100.
It's 100 episodes
but
now.
The 15-minute segments, they're hitting 200.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy though?
Yeah, because like it's so weird. I know we're kind of skipping around a lot, but it's so weird because when Teen Titans Go first started airing, people were like up in arms, like riot, like this isn't my Teen Titans. But it's like Cartoon Network's like best performing show right now.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, of course, everybody watching this and us doesn't really like it. I like it because they kept the characters' personalities intact, and that's what I like the most about the original. And
I'm just like over it. I could watch it right away because I'm just like, well, sometimes it can be funny, but then it's all the same.
But it's just so weird that a show that, for the most part, you just see universally hated is doing so well for Cartoon Network.
Just because it's the kiddos.
Yeah, and I don't know, a lot of people don't realize
they're the ones without schedules, so they're the ones who can watch TV.
Yeah, I've talked about this before. I don't know if I've talked about it on the podcast, but it's like when you get older, you become more aware of your time, whereas kids, kids don't have a sense of time, so they can just watch shit like Teen Titans Go over and over again. And
yeah.
And also there's a thing where a lot of older fans forget that target demographics exist, and the reason why it's being played so much is because it's actually doing well in terms of the target demographic.
That's super weird though, because do you think because they're getting paid through the advertisements on the channel, but do you think advertisements would only, because I think the big thing is that they're assuming parents are going to be in the room, right? When the advertisements are on, because obviously a kid watching that's not going to have money to buy anything. That always like confused me, like advertisements on kids programming.
Yeah.
Is it basically making them want to say, "Mommy, buy me this"?
Yeah, because they're still like toy.
Yeah.
Because I mean, like when I was a kid, that's how I figured out, because I didn't have the internet. Now kids have the internet, but I didn't have the internet or anything like that. That's how I found out about what I wanted for Christmas is commercials on Cartoon Network.
I always wanted those zoo books, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. That's a perfect example. I wonder if they still make zoo books.
I doubt it. Did anyone ever get the zoo books?
Yeah, were they actually cool?
I got a couple things off the TV actually. Did you ever get anything from the TV? I got blow pens and Floam.
I got Floam, yeah. I got the
SpongeBob Floam set.
I just got the normal. And then we got Moon Sand.
I never got Moon Sand. I think
We got Moon Shoes.
Oh, did those break right away?
They break your ankles.
Yeah,
right
you
away.
explained those to me.
Yeah, they're
Those
the most
can't be
like.
safe.
No, they can't.
I always wanted sock and boppers.
Sock boppers. They still use that same commercial. Like it still airs. Like it just shows how like timeless of a show. Like a.
Do you remember blow pens though?
Yes, that when I was 5 or I don't know how old I would have been. That was like I would have killed a man to get one.
Yeah.
And I had a birthday at McDonald's and I got them. And then
you used them once.
Yeah, exactly. And that's just crazy how well advertising works on kids.
Yeah.
Like, because nowadays you see an advertisement for anything and you're like, wow, that's stupid. They're just trying to take my money. What a sad attempt to take my money. Whereas you're like a kid, you're like, sock a boppers.
Yeah.
They're more fun than a pillow fight.
This just hurts.
Yeah. And nowadays you're just like, why would I got a pillow? It's just so weird how like just
Ow.
Oh no, I just dropped my GameCube controller. I hope it's all right. It's just so weird how like your brain just changes as you get older and you become more and more sad.
More Squidward.
Yeah.
But okay, back to the movies. Yeah, that's crazy that they're making them because obviously you think that they would be doing more advertising so that people who are fans could see it. People who are fans who aren't currently watching those networks.
They're airing it on all their channels, right?
Yeah.
Have they been re-airing Hey Arnold on all their channels too then?
Just on the Nicktoons, I think. Unless I could be wrong because I haven't been monitoring it.
Because from what I've heard from like people who actually have cable, I don't have cable, so I can't like confirm this. Apparently they and you just said it, they've been really like advertising it and like playing commercials for it and really hyping it up on their channels. If they really wanted to drive new people in, and if they really wanted just people in general to watch it, they should have played this like every Wednesday 4-hour marathon of Hey Arnold in preparation for the movie.
Yeah. Like I wonder if they did though, maybe just for today, a marathon before it. I can't say they did or didn't because I didn't look too hard.
I feel like that's a no-brainer. Also marathons. I love marathons. They're so cool.
Yeah. Remember when they did a 3-day Naruto marathon?
No, because I'm not a weeb like you. No, I'm a huge.
That's when I caught up on it because my stepbrother was really into Naruto, and he would always talk about it, and then like I'd be like, well, why would I start watching it now? He's like, well, they're having a 3-day marathon. I was like, okay, I guess I'm doing this because when you're a kid, you don't have like I can't remember when it is. Have you ever watched when they go off the air? They have like a programming glitch.
Who?
Cartoon Network.
Like when they switch to Adult Swim?
No, just in the middle of the day, they'll have like a programming glitch and they'll just go off for like a few minutes.
What? What are you talking about? What?
It'll just like during the Naruto marathon is the first time I saw it.
Is this a recent thing?
No. This was when they did the 3-day marathon, so
And this was like a thing that would always happen?
Well, I only saw it once or twice, but
what would they do?
The channel cut out and they're like technical difficulties, and then it was just like a fence. Like it was just it looked like it was left over. This was after the urban areas that we've talked about a lot. The urban, it was after that, the live action things. But it looked like a slide left over from that because it was just like technical difficulties and it was a real life fence with like the CN logo like spray painted on it or something.
Weird. I wonder if you can find that anywhere online. I've never seen that.
And it just like froze on that for like 3 good minutes. I'm like, get back to Naruto. I need to know what happens to Sasuke. And then
did you actually get pretty into it as a kid?
Naruto, I don't know. I was into it because the brothers were into it. I was never too into that stuff. I don't know.
Either was I. Like Dragon Ball or anything like that.
I was never into Dragon Ball.
I guess I was kind of into Dragon Ball, but I was kind of just into Dragon Ball because it just seemed cool. I never watched it. but because I remember like I bought a toy, like I bought Goku and Piccolo.
Yeah.
Just because I think I just bought them because they looked cool. I knew nothing about the characters. I just knew it was on Cartoon Network. I was like, oh, look, his hair. I was Goku for Halloween.
Everyone was Goku for Halloween.
Why was I Goku for Halloween?
And then there was always the edgy kid who was Vegeta, though.
Yeah.
Like, think of, everyone knows a kid who was Vegeta for Halloween. Do you?
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out why I was Goku. I didn't like Dragon Ball. So why the fuck was I Goku?
Could be a parents. Just
No,
like,
I wanted to.
Oh, I wanted to be a butterfly for Halloween.
Huh.
And I was.
Were you?
Yeah, I have pictures of it.
You gotta show me a picture.
No one gets to see those.
You could just say you were Butterfree.
Yeah, that's
be a lot
totally
cooler.
what it was. I was Butterfree.
How old are you?
I don't know. I remember my parents were like, should we let him be the butterfly? Like, I remember they had like a very serious talk about it.
Was that your wackiest Halloween costume or?
Probably. Other than that, I was like a pizza guy one year.
You were a pizza guy?
I was Man Bear Pig one year.
Really?
Yeah.
That's cool. I was always just like, I was Mario one year, Goku. What else?
Now I'm just Bane every year.
Yeah. I don't know. Other than that, I wasn't really
I was an old guy one year because we'd have an old guy mask and I like walked around with a cane.
Yeah. Halloween's cool, but it's over.
Yeah. Have you seen much? Or I don't think they've advertised anything other than a teaser for the Rocco or the Zim.
They haven't teased the Zim at all. They just said it's coming, which I was gonna bring that up. Like they've shown Rocco, Arnold has aired. They've shown nothing for Zim, so I'm kind of worried about Zim. Is it in production hell or what's going on with it?
I don't know. Maybe they're working on, because they announced the Hey Arnold first, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
They're probably just gonna do it in succession. So by the time the Rocco movie comes out, by the way, do you know anything about release dates on it?
No, like I didn't know that Hey Arnold was airing today until this morning. When somebody on Discord told me, they're like, yeah, he was excited about Hey Arnold.
Oh yeah, I saw that because I was coming into Discord to talk about it, and then that's when everyone else, because I was watching Office Space last night.
Were you?
Yes, because I need to watch it like every few months to keep myself in line.
Yeah.
And
keep myself in line.
After that, I wasn't tired enough to go to sleep, so I turned on Nickelodeon, and Hey Arnold was on, and that's where I saw the advertisement for it. Apparently for the Rocco movie, I can't source this because I forget. But I think they were like, we're not gonna let you put dirty jokes in it. And then the creator was like, well, if I don't, it's not going to be good because it's not going to be true to the original.
So they're letting, I think they're letting them.
Probably not every joke they write. They probably still have to explain themselves, but that's pretty cool. It's going to be a little bit more of the feel of old stuff, how they're like letting stuff pass the radar or whatever.
I also like how the art style looks pretty on point for both Arnold and Rocco.
Yeah, I thought Arnold was going to be a theater movie first of all, just because of it looked pretty,
it deserved to be
big.
Yeah, it deserved to be, but I understand why it wouldn't,
because it
would have bombed in theaters.
Yeah,
it wouldn't have done good in theaters.
You'd have to have pretty good marketing.
Yeah, and I just guarantee you it would have bombed either way, even if they did market it. Just because it's all about Pixar and stuff. Which, hey, real quick, have you heard
The Hugger?
Hugger?
Yeah.
I was gonna talk about Coco.
Oh.
Have you seen that movie?
No.
Well, I mean, not seen it, but do you know of it?
No.
You haven't?
No.
It looks super cool. It's like a Mexican movie, but like, you know how Mexican movies are usually like, oh, señorita, I got the sombrero on. And stuff like that. But this one is actually like, because Mexican culture is actually super cool. They have a lot of stuff where they have like colorful like skulls and stuff, like, you know, in like Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Mario Odyssey does a really good job of showing what Mexican culture is actually like. Like their skulls are all colorful, and there's like a lot of stuff like that.
And there's sand everywhere, and there's purple goop.
Yeah, that's Mexican culture. But I don't know. It looks like a really cool movie. I want to see it, but it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Coco looks really cool.
I'll look into it later.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad when Pixar does things that aren't sequels.
Yeah. I think it's Pixar. It might be DreamWorks. I don't know.
Or something totally different.
Remember Kibo?
What's Kibo?
The stop motion movie that I never saw, and I feel fucking terrible for not seeing it because it did terribly in theaters.
Was it just an independent thing?
No, it was, well, I don't know who did it, but I feel so bad.
Was it a spooky movie?
No, it was like a cool, like, Asian culture. What was it?
Oh, I don't know about this.
Yeah, we should have seen it because it was kind of like, what was it called? It was kind of like, you know, it was.
Did it even come to our town though?
Yeah, it did.
Oh,
yeah, this movie. It was. It's all stop motion.
Oh yeah, I did see some stuff on that.
Yeah, it's not 3D animated. It's it might be claymation, but it's like it was so cool. It was this claymation.
That's a U, by the way.
What?
You said Kibo.
Yeah, I don't know. Kubo. I don't know. I'm bad with remembering stuff. But it's like a stop motion movie when everybody's like, "Oh, everything's just 3D animated. It's so dumb."
Yeah, they gave us what we wanted to, and then
and then nobody wanted to see it, and I'm part of the problem, and I hate myself for that.
When did that come out though?
It was last summer, I think.
Last summer?
It was a while ago, yeah.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I remember seeing that, but like I remember it from even farther before that.
It might have been farther before.
I was gonna say it was probably during like one of my like I'm way too busy to do anything with myself, or I don't want to do anything with myself. It's probably in between one of them phases.
Yeah. So it's kind of like, it just makes me mad because like that movie not doing well just kind of like made Hollywood go like, see, there is no future for any other kind of animation besides 3D animation.
Yeah. It's like 3D is not bad, but let's switch it up a little bit. Yeah.
It's just, I don't know. It's getting old.
Yeah.
And I'm getting old.
I have high hopes for the Rocco movie though, and
I want to, but I don't. Because the trailer was like iPhones.
I like the trailer. From what I saw of the trailer, it seemed okay. Like that's the point of it is to yeah, I guess. Is to take him and then push up. Because the point of the old one was to kind of push popular culture at the time on this guy who's just like, who's just Rocco. I guess so, yeah. And now they're just like emojis. Yeah. Like I feel like they're gonna be they're gonna do it with parodying it at the same time. They have to do it in a not cringy way for me to like it. That's the vibe I got from the trailer, at least. Obviously they could switch around and just be cringy with it. I'd have to rewatch it because whenever you're parodying something recent, there's no middle ground. You either do it really good or you do it really bad. Yeah. And so there's no middle ground with this Rocco movie. I feel like it's either going to do really good at what it's trying to do or it's not going to do good at all. And for the Invader Zim movie, although they've shown nothing on it. Is it confirmed to be 3D? No. Oh, okay. As far as I know. There's probably going to be 3D things in it because the show used 3D. Yeah. But my thing with that is they offered him to do a reboot, the creator guy. They offered him to do a reboot on the show. They offered him to reboot Invader Zim. And he said no because they didn't give him enough money to make something that he was proud of. He was like, I need this much to create a show that's good. That is one thing. Like, we were talking about how it's weird that Viacom's allowing them to do that. But I think the reason why they're allowing Hey Arnold and all these movies is because they probably have a small budget. They probably didn't give them that much money. Yeah, it's probably going to be more like a budget to make 3 episodes of these shows or something. Yeah. Because I guarantee you they didn't give them... I don't think that these are going to be the highest budget movies. Not saying they're going to be bad. Just because something has a low budget means it's going to be bad. I just don't think it's going to be like
the budgets that they used to get, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, that's my hopes for the Invader Zim movie. Is because he's turned down. Obviously, that doesn't mean that he won't.
That might just be him being stuck up and wanting more money.
Yeah, that might mean.
But I want to give him the benefit of the doubt.
It seems like he has a quality control for his own work to some extent.
What has he worked on besides Invader Zim? Like between
I haven't looked much into him. He seems like a kind of goofball.
Yeah, he does.
But you didn't watch much Invader Zim.
No, I didn't. Because I was mostly like, honestly, the only times I would turn on Nickelodeon, because I usually watch exclusively Cartoon Network. The only time I would turn on Nickelodeon was for SpongeBob, Rugrats, and maybe something else. But I don't have that many memories with Nickelodeon shows.
Invader Zim's one that I actually enjoyed.
Yeah, watching it now, I enjoyed a lot. I will say I think it's overhyped.
It's
the Hot Topic scene like overhypes it a lot, I feel like, but it's still really
it for
good.
Sure does. I almost separate that from it though.
Yeah, if I can separate it from that, it's a super good show. But
I see it as the same way how you can, I don't know, I'm trying to think of, because most things are kind of hard to separate.
Yeah, I don't know. Fan bases can really make or break something.
I can separate like Rick and Morty from its fan base.
Good.
just as a recent thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But I don't know.
That's weird though, because I watched that right away. Like I watched it when it premiered, so I
watched what?
Rick and Morty. So like I liked it before the.
Oh, so you've been an intellectual since the beginning.
I watched it before the big before everyone hated the fan
before
base.
Everybody else became an intellectual.
Before it was cool.
Yeah.
No, before everyone hated the fan base.
God, I just wonder what he thinks now.
The creators.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just because it never was like this. Season 1 and 2, it was just like, it was kind of like a niche show.
Yeah.
Like it was very
Season
niche.
2 is when it got big though, I think.
Yeah. Season 1, it was very niche. It was just Season 1 was just your typical Adult Swim show. That's what it felt like. Just, the Adult Swim fan base watched it and that's it. Then Season 2, it's like everybody watched it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Now it's like, we've gone to the point of no return.
Yeah.
Still a good show. It's just gotta be
Have you watched much of it?
No, I haven't watched.
Everyone hated on the third season. My opinion on it is that it didn't. The last few episodes weren't as good as the first ones. It started really strong though. The first episodes were really good in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. It's a super good show. What I like about it is it's a adult animation show that isn't family. It isn't another family sitcom.
Well, it takes. Okay, I'm gonna say one thing and then I'm gonna cut it off. It does without sounding like an intellectual.
Yeah.
It does take and this is almost. I think this is almost a copy and paste from the copy pasta. This line is actually in there somewhere. But it like looks at whatever at least Rick's character does, and since he's a main character, it's like I'm trying to think of the word. I can't think of it right now. That I'm trying to think of it.
Can you think of a word that's similar to it? Of course you won't think of that word. Like the true intellect.
It's kind of like a nihilism stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know. It's interesting. Because
Mm-hmm.
we all have a little bit.
Yeah. You need to be smart to watch it.
Yeah, you gotta be super smart to watch it. And then, well, because I don't know. That's why, because people like, I was talking about this with Cole one time. And we're talking like that show like has like a lot of like it like explores nihilism, and then like shows like BoJack explore like straight up depression and stuff. So it's like, I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They're both kind of neat shows because they look at while they're stupid and funny and LOL random, they
look at like aspects of just people that not many shows do.
Yeah.
No, I completely get you.
And you're also I don't know, are we too far past that joke for it to be funny?
No, that joke will always be funny to me. So I don't care what anybody else
Okay.
says. It's the most bullshit thing I've ever heard. Anyways, is that about it?
Yeah, I've said enough. How about you?
Yeah, I don't know. Animation's looking good again.
Lots of fun things.
Lots of fun things coming up. Hey Arnold, Rocco, Invader Zim, Teen Titans Go movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Good
Yeah.
shit.
What are you guys all thinking about that?
Yeah, I don't know. But hey, post any questions you might have in the comments, and if you made it this far, we should have something for people to post in the comments if they make it to the end. Just so we can judge how many people actually
judge people.
Yeah. So what should be this episode's you made it to the end? Post what was the theme of this episode? Just Hey Arnold.
Yeah, post the Rick and Morty copy post.
No, don't post that whole thing in my comments. Don't.
Just post like, "Hi, Jak and Lev," and then say,
and then post the copy post.
and then say which movie you're excited for the most of the 3 Nick movies. If that's, just don't watch the Hey Arnold one before you post it, so that you.
And then at the end of that,
so that you can go into blind.
And then at the end of that, to prove that you made it to the end, you gotta type. So you type out your answer, and then you gotta do a comma, exclamation point, question mark, period. Okay, in that order.
Yeah, just like that.
That's how you prove you made it to the end. Okay, we're gonna do one of these at the end. What are you petting your mustache?
I'm itchy because I forgot my
your razor.
I use a electric razor. I forgot it. So I'm like straight up more neck beard than I usually am.
What a neck beard. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Bye.